Of course, I'm an idiot, and I forgot to turn the mic on. Sorry, guys. I'm an idiot. But we know that. We all know that I'm an idiot. Anyway, so like I was saying, we got a great show for you today. I'm such an idiot. I do this way too often. You should hopefully be able to hear me now. This is a, what do you call it, a delay. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so we definitely do get a good show. We got, what do you call it? We're going to talk about some openings, positive news finally, end of the light at the end of the tunnel here. We got some stupid news. I mean, a lot of you guys probably know about it, but we can look at it, laugh at it, and have fun. But a lot of stuff has been like, the news has been pumping. You know, so basically, I'm going to give you the rundown for the main topics and then everything else that happens in the chat. For those that are new here, please click that, share it. Let's get a ton of people in today, if we can. So basically the rundown for today, no particular order, but these are the main topics, and then anything that's in the chat that you guys can see, either flying up on the screen or to the, in the comment section, we use that as a chat, etc., etc. But, so we're going to be talking about Universal Orlando opening. We're also going to be talking about Halloween Horror Nights, about the deal. Legoland, Florida. We're going to talk about Florida Rio. I know this is like mainly a lot of Florida, but we're going to talk about the Disney Springs cooking a hot dog in an open flame there. We're going to talk about RMC. We're also going to talk about Lake Compounds. We're going to talk about Quassy. We got a lot of information that between yesterday and today that kind of got me excited. A little bit of laughter from Disney Springs from the day it opened because we didn't do a show yesterday. We're going to talk about RMC. Because there was a tour and a picture, and I got the picture. And we're going to talk about some Lake Compound stuff. And we'll talk about the 900th subscriber winner. And whatever else, like I said, that happens in the chat to your right. And so, again, I don't know which order of what. Maybe we'll start from the bottom, work to the top. Because Universal is really the heavy hitter, because I got some thoughts on this and some craziness. I was talking to Chris yesterday and a little bit today. We were just kind of like, really? That was a lot sooner than anybody had even envisioned. So, first thing I want to get off the plate is Lake Compounds. They are not opening on June 20th. I spoke with Larry, the guy we did the interview with. He's the new park GM. But I came up with an idea yesterday. I emailed him. He responded right away, and he's like, let's do it. So once they have a date, they're working on everything to get themselves reopened. So it's coming down the pipeline. I don't have a date when they're going to open, but we're going to find out. They're going to let us know. But the idea I had was I emailed Larry, and I said, look, because if you paid attention to the interview, I said, hey, do it. And then so about the safety procedures, kind of like when Shanghai, people, the pictures were leaking out about how all the safety was going and what they were doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk around the park, and I'm going to film, all the signs, the sanitation, how the queue lines go, whatever they're willing to show us, go around and let us see. Obviously the park's not going to be open, so I'm not going to be sneaking any rides, unfortunately, but I wanted to do this one as like a test to see, going in, doing things. Because this year I want to film as I get to parks and stuff. I'm changing the film style, the editing style of everything. This year when I go to parks and stuff, I'm going to beef up a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. I'm going to put more effort into what I... Usually when I do it, I just take it. If it doesn't look right, I'll change some of the stuff. And add whatever. Sometimes if you pay attention to the video, I add some effect like a roller coaster, like whatever. But we're going to get funky with it this year. And but with Lake Compounds, we are going to do that. We'll let you know. But we're going to do it, obviously, before the park opens, once they're ready to do it. And we're going to get in there. I'm going to drive down, I think it's like an hour and a half, 45-minute ride. And go inside the park. Take care of that so everybody sees it. Because my firm belief in all this is if the park is doing the best they can for their safety, and you show park guests this, it'll give that, it gives off what I call the false sense of security, illusion of safety. At the end of the day, you know, going, everybody knows there's a risk going anywhere, to Target, to a park, to a movie theater, to a beach, to a state park or whatever. There's always a risk. Everybody knows the risk. You potentially could go anywhere and catch the virus. It doesn't matter if you got the mask on, what it's social. There's always that risk. Nothing is foolproof. Remember that. So the parks are going to do whatever they can to make you feel safe, so you will come again. They're going to try to keep you as safe as possible. Nothing is foolproof. Hey, what's up, Sean? So, but I at least wanted to be able to show the locals around here, because that's local to me, even though it's, just under 2 hours, but, it's considered one of my home parks. So I'm going to go to lake compounds, film, whatever their social distance, wherever they're cleaning, their cleaning procedures, whatever they're going to do. He's going to show us, let us, put it out there. So if we get it, if I can get in there, a little, day, 2, 3, whatever before, I can get that video out in a proper time when I get home, work on it, get it out there so you guys can see it. I know it's not Dollywood or Magic Mountain or Carowinds, but for the people that do support SFNEOnline, the majority is around here, it's going to help them. And I'm trying to work out that same Blue Flash Backyard Roller Coaster got moved to Columbus, Ohio. That's crazy. So that's one thing that we're going to work on. In turn of, and I'm going to try to see if we can get that done with Six Flags. Try is a key word. I don't, no knock in Six Flags, but it's Six Flags corporate kind of thing. They might be like, yeah, no, we don't want that. You come, you see it when it happens, when you get here, which I think is stupid, but, I have the best interest at heart and try to put everybody in a good, positive light. It's like they say, seeing is believing. Chris, one thing I want, to make sure, if anything that you do, if you get us anything from Universal, any filming, pictures, just do so in a way that doesn't get you fired. I don't want you to get fired, and, you know what I mean? Just keep in mind, do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want any employee that sends me stuff, just don't send me stuff that I'm not supposed to put. If I'm not supposed to post it, tell me that, I won't post it. But I don't want anybody getting fired because they sent me pictures and I talked about it and it happened to catch wind or something and they go, you're fired, I don't want that to happen to anybody. So anybody who sends me stuff, do so in a way that doesn't get you fired. If your name isn't to be mentioned, tell me that. I want to give everybody credit, but if it's something that we're not supposed to be saying who it came from, we need to know that ahead of time, because I don't want to get anybody fired. And if it's something like a project that's far out, that hasn't been announced, I'm not here for clicks. I'm just here to give you information, have some fun, hang out with people. I know it's kind of the total opposite of what everybody does here, but that's just how it is. I probably could get, if I want to be an ass, I could be flying drones. I could be doing all that stuff. I just want to put that out. Don't ever risk it. Anybody out there, don't ever risk your job. Not for this, not for anybody. Don't risk your job. Don't risk it. Because you're going to see as people leaking the stuff out, especially like the RMC stuff that clearly says on the beam where it's going. And they were told, don't do that. So, again, it's for clicks. Everybody wants information. I'm just not one of them. I'm not one of those people. I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb. I think. Maybe I'm just dumb, Yeah, if you do that and you're allowed to and you're not going to get in trouble, by all means, you can send me video clips. I'll slap it together or whatever, pictures, whatever it is. That's fine. Like I said, I just don't want anybody to get in trouble. That's all. I would feel horrible if you gave me something that got you fired. In anything, you know what I mean? That's just how I am. I don't want somebody to get fired. So let's talk about the RMC. So the photo started like really gaining some momentum today, and I have the. I gotta change. Well, hang on. I set up the wrong thing first, so we'll go with that one. Let's see what this one is. All right, so this is the Disney Springs. I'm sure you guys heard. This is from the day that Disney Springs opened. Oh, if you look closely, right there, look on the table. You see some smoke. Somebody thought it was a great idea to cook hot dogs in an open flame on a table at Disney Springs. And you can see security having a chit chat. And I heard they were told to finish their hot dogs and didn't get kicked out. But yeah, that's the reality we're living in right there. Those are, you know, stupidity at its finest. So this little family is cooking hot dogs. This is like, look, I get it. They're probably mentally ill or trying to be funny. You may find this like some video for a YouTube channel or something like, hey, I'm cooking hot dogs at Disney Springs. Or they're just, mentally disabled that they shouldn't have a kid, I guess. Like, look, I'm a big joke. Everybody that she had 9 kids with her, yeah, there's something ain't wrong with her. Like, why would you do it? Like, I get it. This isn't, like, see what she's doing? That you can do that at Knoebels. They have areas for that. You can do that at Knoebels. They got picnic areas right by the, well, one, at Knoebels, there's picnic areas, what do you call it? For those that have been to Knoebels know this, but if you haven't been to Knoebels, in the park, like at the edge, like when you walk into the edge of the park beginning, or what, depending how you get in there, because there's no fence around the park. There's picnic tables. They have picnic pavilions that you can use. You can just go in there. If they're not reserved, you can just go put, a portable grill, and you can cook there. You're allowed to bring a lunch and do that on the benches all throughout the park, where there's an area. There's areas all throughout near the parking lot. They have like these covered pavilions. They got picnic tables, and you can do. I've done it myself and AJ. There was some hardcore branch of the Jewish faith, and they had nothing offered. That okay. I mean, I can understand that, but you still shouldn't be cooking in the place. Like if you need to eat, go eat. And then come. Like, I understand. Like, they probably went there going, oh, there's probably something for us to eat. But they obviously had clearer plans. See, that was preemptive. That was premeditated. That wasn't like, oh, we're going to go and check. They went down there on purpose to go do that. I don't care. No offense to anybody's faith, anything. That was premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the Disney Springs area, I don't know of a grocery store in there, and I don't know where to buy any of that stuff inside. I'm not saying that they don't, but I don't know. I've never seen a place to buy things to cook it, like that kind of grill. I've never seen a place to buy fresh stuff. Yep, you are correct, Lindsay. Campgrounds, picnic pavilions between parking, where 1001 knots was, and the Texas Panhandle. Yeah, there's a lot of places at Knoebels that you could do that. The campgrounds. I like the fact I've never seen this until I went to Knoebels, but they got the platforms to put your tent on, so you're not on the ground. You're on the wooden. It's like a wooden deck. Wow, she's banned for life. See, you went and cooked hot dogs, and you get banned. People are dumb. I love it that people are dumb though. So, I love dumb people. It's good. It's a good conversation to have. Talk about how stupid people are. All right, so let's go back to this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get to RMC, because this is something we've been talking about, and obviously we know that it's coming. I mean, unless it's just going to sit there. And so evidently RMC does these tours ever so often. I don't know what. I don't live there, so I don't know. Oh, that blue what? Blue Flash coasters are now at a haunt. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so this is going to be... I'm going to call this RMC because that's what it is. You're gonna see a lot of changes going around. You're gonna see. But anyway, so here's RMC. Thanks. Yeah, Jessica bought it. You know, one of them things, you know, about the shirts that pop up on Facebook. That popped up, and then she's like, "Oh, I want the." She knows I love Baby Yoda, and I love Duncan. It's the best. So this is Raptor Track, and look where it's going. You know, it says it over there too. You know, multiple ways. It says, so this Raptor Track, that rumor that was going on looks to be true. Looks to be happening. They got track. This is before it's all painted. It looks like crap. But see, this is the picture I took off. Oh, I think this is the picture that Jason in Paradise sent me. I think. So, there's your Raptor Track. That's SF, that's Six Flags Magic Mountain. You can see under the 33.5-34GH, you see Six Flags Magic Mountain. That is the Raptor Track that people, you know, I think it was it California, Costa Kings, went digging and found the, you know, the thing about the time, you know, like the blueprints and whatever about Magic Mountain. And yes, Ryan, nobody knows about the virus second wave. Nobody knows. I don't know why, but nobody knows. It's, I mean, you're never gonna, I mean, this is science. They don't know until we get there because we've never had it. So you just gotta wait. Just, you know, keep us some caution. The best thing to do, people, when it comes to this virus, like I said, we need to get to herd immunity. So that's the only way. That's the thing. No, Chris, based on the blueprints and stuff, it's I don't know if it's going to be a clone, but it's probably, it could be the West Coast version of the Jersey Devil. It could be like a Wonder Woman clone. That I don't know. But they're getting one. Yeah, I mean, I heard the same thing based off of Jersey Devil. I did hear the longer thing, too. I forgot about it. But I remember hearing about that now that you bring that up. And I think it's going to go in an area where, so I think it's going to be over by where Green Lantern was over there. But I don't know. Yeah, so, like, you know, we don't officially, I mean, we're just hearing that it's going to be like Jersey Devil, longer. Oh, it turns out of the station in a longer brake run. So, again, Lift Hill Station transfer track is coming a great adventure from the RMC factory for Jersey Devil soon. Yeah, that's the picture of the RMC for the Magic Mountain. There was a tour at the RMC plant, and RMC clearly said to everybody that was there at the tour, do not post it so that you know what park it's going to. And people couldn't contain themselves and just had to post it. I mean, I wasn't there, so I'm not in any trouble. I hit the wrong button. You got a little playback of the intro. Wrong button. I saw a picture yesterday. There's not much track left. I saw that there wasn't much track left for Jersey Devil to, what do you call it, left to put up. So they're probably almost done, and then they got to get the transfer track thing. I don't know when it's going to open. Maybe July, August, probably. I'm just going to put this out there, like, you know, like I usually do. Don't, when the park's open, and if a ride that was supposed to be open by now isn't, kind of hold off and don't be, oh, what the boo, you know, like, don't do it. The only reason why I say that is because it's not their fault. For once, in the entire industry, it's not their fault. You know? Because, look, they were forced. Most places were forced to shut down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they went back to doing construction because somebody put out a picture of what was left for track, so... they stopped construction because they were told to stop. You know what I'm saying? They were, like, Jersey was forced to shut down doing their construction. And Six Flags New England, I know, was forced to shut down the construction site. A lot of places was shut for. I mean, the funny thing is, if there was a park in Rhode Island adding a business, I mean a roller coaster, you know, a ride, it would probably already be done because construction never shut down. They let all construction go. If you had construction, as long as you followed social distance rules, which, like theme parks, you can. Most places, most construction you can, not all, but most, you can social distance and, you know, and all that. So, yeah. But like I said, please, for the life of God, don't be entitled enthusiasts. Don't do it. Don't. This, for once, I can side with the park on something, on a delay. It's not their fault. There are going to be new rides that when the park opens, the rides are going to open. But there are going to be parks that don't get their ride open on time. You know, I don't know about, let me, hang on, let's see, Icebreaker. SeaWorld construction updates. Let's see, February 25th, February 15th. The last update I see is from Midway Mayhem. There's a YouTube video after I get past the commercial.
If your shirt isn't tucked into your pants, or your pants tucked into your shirt.
When you're getting
uncovered.
This was as an update from March 11th. Transfer tests with train. They've had to done testing. They've had to. There's no way that they didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think that they have already. Yeah, we don't know, but they could have if Rocky Point was. I'm telling you, they need to put something. There's land. They can do stuff. They can make a new park. Matter of fact, speaking of defunct parks, I don't know how many of you heard about this place in Rhode Island. It's a kid place. There is a place called Enchanted Forest. That it was a kid place. It's abandoned, but there's still stuff. Oh, go-kart track stuff. The Enchanted Forest sign's still up. Somebody did this as of August. It's probably about 25, 30 minutes away from me. Yeah, it says, please note this location is not abandoned as suggested. It is privately owned and trespassers will be prosecuted. It says update as of January. When did they do this? When was this? I don't know, but it says an update as of summer 2000 has been sold to a private party. They plan to restore what has been neglected and live on the premise. Then, as of January 2017, much of the property is still wooded and undeveloped, and the only remnants of the park are the parking lot, the overgrown miniature golf course, the bumper car course, and 2 structures. So I wonder, I mean, I guess, you know, if you do, you got to watch out, and I'm thinking about doing it just for the hell of it. Yeah, I mean, I've been there. I've been there as a kid. I remember going there, but it's not. It's obviously defunct. It doesn't. We have no we have no amusement park of. Well, there's that little tiny one in Atlantic Beach Park, down by the beaches. It's literally like in a tiny parking lot by a beach. It's the weirdest thing. They had a coaster, like a kiddie dragon coaster. They got rid of it. They got this weird square bumper car track that was weird. They have the original wooden horses from the Rocky Point Carousel. And they got a bunch of, not a bunch, a few, like 2 or 3 kiddie rides. I don't know if it's still there, but I got the credit. I had to pay $20 to park and then go, what do you call it? Pay to go on the coaster, and we did the bumper cars. It was kind of funny, but yeah, it was. I think it'll be ready to open with I think Icebreaker will. I mean, we haven't heard nothing because we don't know exactly when. I don't know if SeaWorld sent in their plan to open. I don't know if they did that. I know Universal did, and we're going to get there and talk about that in a few, but we definitely... if they did all their testing, even when it was closed, I have no idea what was going on. I think most likely, if they haven't tested it, I'm sure they are now. I'm a firm believer that Icebreaker is going to open with the park. Totally think so. Another thing that I want to talk about, because I know I talked to Chris about this. I talked to you guys all about this. But Jason in Paradise, he sent me what we call... You see the Coast Studios new video about Blue Fat. Somebody said that a little while ago. I think Max did. It could be the same person, Mr. Billion. I didn't see the video, but I heard about Blue Flash moved up to Ohio. So, I did hear about that. Alright, so let me add this. And alright, so this is giving us hope. So, here's the attraction reopening plan. So as you can see, I don't know what the Face Amusement Group is. May 21st, which is yesterday. May 22nd, Fun Spot in Florida is opening, which is today. Gatorland opens tomorrow. iDrive Thrill Park opens today. Icon Park Orlando, June 3rd. K1 Speed Orlando, today. Nona Adventure Park, no clue who that was, opened a couple days ago. Orlando Slingshot, today. Orlando Starflyer, today. Wonderworks, awesome place, opens on the 29th. Oma Bowl and Boardwalk Bowl, no idea what that is, May 27th. And Andretti's Indoor Karting and Gaming, May 27th. So those are all the dates. So if you're in Florida or looking for a place to go, there you go. You can enjoy that. Because, like I said, I think I said that Wednesday night, and I've been telling people yesterday, I'm like, look, I'm going to let all these parks open for a couple of weeks, like after Universal opens, and then whatever's open, I'm going to go to, like, Universal, if SeaWorld's open, Legoland, Florida. I don't think Disney's going to be open at that time. Doubt it. They could, but I doubt it. No, because, yeah, they're not gonna. They're gonna be... I'm telling you, I think Disney's not gonna be till around July 4th. Between there and August. Even though I could be wrong, because... Especially when I talked to Chris, because yesterday, we were both like, wow, they opened way sooner than we thought. Way sooner. Alright, so there's the openings. We talked about the Disney Springs thing. Alright, so for some local news, because not much been around local, Quassy, that's about like 25, 30 minutes away from Lake Compounce in Connecticut. They're reopening on June 20th. I don't have all the details to it, but they're opening, so that's great. Can't wait. I may go to that. I want to see what the deal is. But I may go to Quassy to kind of just chill and go do something, man. Finally something. I mean, that's the most local thing I got to go to. Because we had, like I said, there's no parks in Rhode Island. And for those that don't live anywhere near here, Rhode Island, literally, the furthest point from top to bottom is like an hour and 5 minutes or something. Like if you're driving from like Boston and you're trying to get to New York and you drive on 95 through Rhode Island, at most it's going to take you like 35, 40, 45, somewhere between 35, 45 minutes depending upon traffic to drive literally straight through the state. That's how little we are. And for those that don't live in Rhode Island, even you Massachusetts people probably don't know this, or anywhere else, most Rhode Islanders do not want to drive past 20 minutes to get to anywhere. More than 20 minutes is too far. There are people in the state of Rhode Island that have never left the state for anything. Never. There's people that live in Newport, Rhode Island, which is an island, and you got to take the bridge. There's people that have never left Newport, stayed on this little tiny island forever. And they're old. They've never left. If you can believe that. There's people that just don't. But yeah, we have no theme parks. We have nothing. We got an indoor go-kart track. We got some casinos. We got a Dave and Buster's. Yeah, this state sucks. Like, Massachusetts or Connecticut should just suck it up. I mean, if that was the case, I would move, but... So. Alright, so we did that. So let's talk about Legoland, then we're going to get all about Universal, because this is like a hot topic today. Well, one of them. Anyway, so Legoland, Florida. The opening date is, what is it, June 1st? Yeah, June 1st. But some attractions will not open, obviously, because of social distancing requirements. Those include some games, interactive play areas, live meet and greets with costume characters. It says they may resume later, but no possible dates. Legoland will also maintain social distancing at lines to rides, other events with signs and markers. He said it will also maintain the appropriate distance in the dining areas, theaters, and even parking lot spaces. Restaurants will no longer have self-serve buffets and salad bars or access to soda fountains and condiment stations. Jackson said it will rely on table service for all food and beverages. Legoland workers will follow a stricter cleaning regimen through the park, including regular sanitation of restaurant tables, seats, handles, and other frequently touched parts of rides, door handles, restrooms. The park will also have a large number of stations with hand sanitizer dispensers. It says the park will open some of its signature Lego brick pits with frequent cleaning and sanitation. Now to some of the stuff. So the park will open to a maximum 50% capacity, about 6,000 people, and will highly recommend, although not require, that all guests wear a face mask. It will provide complimentary face masks for guests who don't bring them. In addition to overall 50% capacity, Legoland will enforce the same limitation at facilities inside the park, such as restaurants, live entertainment venues, and at the new Pirate Island and original Legoland Hotel. So that's all your Legoland information. Opening on June 1st. So that's kind of like a little bit of a whoa with the mask thing. You do not have to wear a mask. So, yeah, it's going to be open. But we're going to be talking about that. I mean, dude, my plan at some point in my life is to move to Florida. When that is, I don't know, but I'm not going to be able to live in the Northeast forever. Only because I can't handle the cold at all. Like, when it gets really cold, and it gets really cold, my hands lock up and I can't even move my fingers. I'm like this. Like, I can't move them. So I probably have, what do you call it? What do they call that? I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my brain, my tongue. I can't think of it. I can see it. I can't say it. My brain's stuck. I'll remember it and then I'll go, oh yeah, I remember. But that's just how it is. But anyway, so yeah, at some point I'm going to have to move to Florida. I mean, if I won the lottery, I would move right away. But realistically, when the hell am I going to win the lottery? Probably never. So, I mean, I might win $2. All right, so let's move on to first Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights, they have the buy one ticket, get one free deal has been extended to July. And I talked with Jessica. I think most likely we're going to purchase these tickets. Because when we want to go, our honeymoon takes place during when Halloween Horror Nights is. And we were purposely going to go to Halloween Horror Nights. So, we'll see. I got a little bit of time to decide, but not much. But I gotta get on it. Get on it. Get on it. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so main topic of today, and then we'll talk about everything else that everybody wants to talk about. Universal Orlando. They're not going to open to the public on June 1st. What they're going to do is they're going to open June 1st and 2nd so the team works to see what we're doing. And then on the 3rd and 4th of June, some invited guests, annual pass holders, and others can enter the park to vet the system. And then June 5th, it opens to the public. So, with that being said, I mean, everybody knows all the guidelines. We've talked about the guidelines before, but a quick, little blip of, you're going to have to wear a mask. They're going to have sanitizing stations. There's going to be some form of virtual queue line. There's going to be, there's all these things put into place. And they got approved by the mayor, the local government, and they have to get state approval. I didn't hear yet if they got state approval. They could have. I don't know. What event, Chris? Because I know I won't be down there. Halloween Horror Nights? Yes. When it first opens? No. Because one, I don't have a pass to Universal, number one. Number two, I'm waiting. That's the thing I don't know. I don't know. It just says Universal Orlando. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So let's see. I don't know if it's just studios, islands of 2 hours. Orange County Mayor endorses Universal's reopening plan. Disney won't match Universal. Yep, 11 minutes ago. Is aiming to reopen the theme parks in early June after being closed for nearly 2 months. So let's I mean, Chris, you might know better about that than I would because you work there in some capacity. I don't know, but you know, you're gonna have to do temperature checks. Make sure you have your mask. You can view the full reopening plan here. So I'm looking. I pulled up the plan. Okay. Wow, there's a lot. I'm going to put this link in the chat. You guys can this is the, you just copy that. You just click the link there. That is the entire reopening plan. This thing is crazy. Like this, I've never seen anything this crazy in my life. It's got social distancing plans and lines. When you look at it, it's got all kind. Like, you guys should really, if you want to see something cool that you never get to see. I mean, I don't ever wanna, you know. So I'm just trying to quickly try to see something. While they're still going to do 3D glass, there's a thing about attractions, like screenings. It says close interactive play areas. Hand out 3D glasses individually. Sanitation. Reduce or eliminate water mist elements. Spacing. Implement virtual lines on highly attended attractions. Space travel parties as appropriate. Eliminate single rider lines. Eliminate post-show meet and greets. Performer remains staged for pictures. No parades to run. Individual float interactions to have performers remain on floats. This is everything about dining, merchandise, team members. Volcano Bay. 2. It says the CDC has stated that well-maintained pools using chlorine and bromine are known to inactivate the virus. COVID-19, right? Ride vehicles, rafts, and light vest cleaning will be places in water for additional cleaning as needed. Number of tubes in Lazy River and life vests in Action River will be reduced. Reduced number of guests per raft slide to party size only. No grouping of unfamiliar parties. Lounge chairs placed in clusters to support travel party seating and separate 6 feet apart. Yeah, this thing doesn't say, unless I'm not, I mean, because I'm looking through this real quick, I don't see, it doesn't say which parks are opening. It might be all of them. They'll just be like, hey, phase 2, May 20th. Oh, that's when they put their plan. Because you look, it has like a, a time frame thing up there. Volcano Bay, team members, it's just a bunch of stuff. So I think everything is going to be open, I guess. Yeah, you are right. It is detailed. That's a detailed list. Like, I've never seen something. Well, I mean, the 5-year plan I saw. I still got to try and find that 5-year plan. Yeah, I think Epcot obviously is going to be the last park to open. And they may keep that closed longer just because there's a lot of issues with Epcot. Because, especially where the World Showcase is, all those workers come from their respective countries. They were all sent home. They're not sticking around. They all got sent back to their countries. And right now, you can't get back into you might be able to for work. I don't know. I don't know what the the procedure for that is. I don't know, but theme parks are going to be heavily understaffed unless more and more people that don't have jobs are just kind of like, screw it, I'm going to go work at a theme park. This is, some people might be out of work going, I'm not waiting for my job. I'm just going to go work at Disney, Six Flags, Dollywood, wherever. The theme parks are going to come back. It's just going to take a little bit. Yep, it's time to make the donuts. Yep. Hey, like I always say, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I'll admit when I don't know anything. I would say, I didn't know if that ride was going to come out next year because we didn't see any track. We didn't see anything. Nothing's announced. So it's like, well, until there's an announcement, I'm not buying what they're selling, Oh, not starting the buses. Okay. International employees. 2, known for big events. 3, it's a construction zone. Yep. So I think there is a possibility, guys, that Epcot doesn't open this year. There is a strong possibility because and this is one thing that, in a political sense that I agree with, that I don't know how many of you agree with what Trump did. He's still fighting to keep the borders to the country closed for an extended time. All countries should be blocking. What you should do before opening to the world, like open to your country, but keep your country. Like, don't let other people in. Just because of the fact that there could be people coming from Europe or Asia or Australia or anywhere, Russia, that have a virus, skip out, don't know it, and I say keep the border. Myself personally, I know, yeah, that's the spot with Green Lantern and Tidal Wave. It's supposed to be longer than Jersey Devil. Somebody was saying, transfer track, a longer brake run, and it turns out of the station instead of going up. But it's supposed to be based off of Jersey Devil, just bigger. That's the what do you call it? Information that somebody said in here earlier, and I mean, when people were talking about the Raptor going to Six Flags, Magic Mountain, they were like, "Oh, it's going to be bigger than what do you call it? It's going to be bigger than Jersey Devil." Blah blah blah. So I think I think that's a no-brainer. But like I said, I didn't want to, because of what's going on currently. I didn't have faith that anything was being built for next. To be honest, I was pretty sure that almost next to nothing was gonna get built. Like I said, I was wrong about Wicked Cyclone. You guys remember I said when people were like, it's getting RMC, I'm like, there's no way. I've said it, but I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. Everybody was like, nah, it's coming. I'm like, how? The ride's too small. So because at that time when they were RMC and they were only doing big coasters, not small ones. Well, no. They're not going to have a full season because they should already be open. So again, I don't think, I was talking to some people. Here's the problem. The problem with everything going on, especially for Six Flags New England or any park in Massachusetts. That's why Edaville, the other day was like, yeah, we're not opening for the summer. It's not worth it for them. Regardless of that, the state says either phase 3 or 4. Well, if it's phase 3, they'll be open right around 4th of July. If it's phase 4, you're looking end of July, beginning of August. So they're like probably on the cusp of, if they're phase 4, forget the water park. If it's phase 3, they'll do the water park, I think. Phase 4, nope. No water park. And then I personally think if they do like late July, early August, because like we were trying to figure that out, and I put a date like, I forgot what the hell I said. I honestly think they're going to be phase 3. My prediction is phase 3 they're going to open. If they don't, it's just... Oh, yeah. I think you're going to have, like, Holiday in the Park. I think you're going to have Fright Fest. I think once they... I personally think once they open, they're going to stay open. To make back the money that they lost. It's like, you know, that time between Fright Fest and Thanksgiving, I think they might stay open on weekends. Like, they'll probably be open. They might pick and choose days to open, not open. I don't know. There might be a stall with the Universal opening. Apparently, the governor is not sure what to do. Open it up! Governor of Florida, open that biatch up. Just open it up. Let me get to the park. We could do it. People could do it. I mean, I can't do it because I'm not going to go, but... Once these parks open, I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to go. So just open so I can go. Let me go. Now, the one thing that I want to see, and I don't know if I will see this, I want to know. Oh, nice. Okay. My question was answered. Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Safe, clean, fun. All right. So, starting tomorrow. Oh, wait. Fun. Drum roll. Fun Spot America Orlando will be opening at 2 p.m. until 10 p.m. today. Starting tomorrow, May 23rd, park hours for Orlando will be 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. until further notice. We'll keep you updated on the reopening of a Kissimmee Park. Please note the arcade remain closed until further notice. Be sure to come through our main entrance located on 5700 Fun Spot Way, Orlando, Florida 32819. See you soon. Oh, that's the, what do you call it, thingy. So, again, that's what's going on. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, I was looking to see if they were opening. Well, here's the thing. Nope, just Orlando, not Kissimmee. They said they're going to update when they can open Kissimmee. Here's the thing. And guys, please don't get scared about this. I say this all the time. Case number, positive cases and everything's going to rise up. As more testing is available, you're going to find out more stuff. Like I said, going anywhere is a risk. You can either stay home, live in a bubble, your whole life because you're afraid. And if you want to do that, by all means, go. But if you're going to spend the rest of your life in a bubble, I'm not paying for it with my taxes, I'm telling you. Because, people are going to play this out. I got PTSD from the virus, and I'm going to stay home for the next 50 years. No, you're going to go to work or go live life. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but people just need to realize that, yes, there's going to be more cases. It doesn't matter if it's 1,500, 2, 10, 0, whatever it is. It's going to happen. There's nothing we can do. The water park at Margaritaville is opening this weekend, because I saw that. So, don't be too worried. Worry more about the deaths and the hospitalizations than the positive cases. Yes, people are getting tested. People, yes, some people are going to die. Some people are going to get really sick. Some people aren't going to get that sick. Don't, I mean, if you're just waiting if you don't want to go out in public and you want to chill, then go chill. There's nothing wrong about that, Me, I'm ready to rock. I am ready to rock. I'm ready to get back out there in life and do things without repercussions of anything. The fear is gone, my friends. And I know a lot of people feel that way, and there's other people that don't. Wear your mask, do your safety, wash your hands, don't be a scumbag, you'll be all right. It's going to happen. Oh, yeah. They are inflating. Like I said before, one of my friends, took them 3 weeks to get off their cousin off the COVID off the thing because they died in a car accident. But I guess he had COVID-19 in him, but died on the scene in a car accident, and they still claimed it COVID on the death certificate. It says died of COVID-19 on it. I was like, what? I'm like, how can that be? It's because we all know hospitals and whatever, they get more money for that. So that's... We all need them. And there's light at the end of the table. The table, at the end of the tunnel, it's coming. It's, like I said, there is a lot of uncertainty, but we're getting closer to getting our summer started. It's coming. Just be a little bit more patient. Look, everybody knows I'm not the most impatient person on the planet. You guys know that. I want to beat people up and kill things and stuff, but I like freedom, so I don't do it. But we're getting there, and I know people, we're like, come on, let's go, let's get this going. I know it's not as easy as that, but we're getting there. When you're starting to see things whoosh, whoosh, slowly open, Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking up something. Okay, yeah, nothing. What I was looking for wasn't there, so all right. Yeah, I haven't flown on a plane yet, and work's starting to. Let me see. Hey, I'm okay with scattered boarding, not full flights, get a little room, I'm down. I know we're gonna, myself and all our employees are gonna be flying out soon. We got work orders to do things, and it's time to get the wheels turning. I mean, I'm not flying out right away. We got a bunch of Florida jobs coming up. But my dad was like, me. He wants to get away. He wants to go down there. So he's like, me. He claimed Florida, which is funny. He's like, me. He's a beast. He don't want to stop. He's 70. He's gonna be 75 this year. We keep trying to tell him to get off the road and put the other guy. He's like, no, I'm going. He wants to get away from my mother. That's what he's doing. Actually, that's what he said he wanted. He's like, I just need to get away. And the jobs really aren't labor and, labor heavy. He just wants to get away from my mommy. My mother's probably driving him up a wall. So he's probably going, I need to get away. I gotta throw this away before I forget. But yeah, so what do you guys think about what the hell is that? Oh. Okay. All right. Claim Texas. Look, once we can get out, once we have things going, Yes, I mean, there's so much stuff going around between flights. Like, you gotta, like I said, the weirdest thing about, like, I don't know how everybody's state, like, what you're supposed to do, like, if you leave. So keep this also in mind with the, when parks are open, keep this in mind. I mean, we might be further along. We don't have to worry about that. Right now, and I don't know when it ends, but I know in Rhode Island, if you leave the state and come back, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. If they closed pre-check at the security, so I had to get patted down, so that was cool. Yeah, so keep in mind, pay attention to what your state has if you leave for vacation, pleasure. If you're leaving for work, you don't have to, which makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. I'm still dealing with people no matter where I go. That could be a loophole you guys could use. Say, hey, you went out for work, just make something up. Yeah, I love the cheap gas. The lowest I've seen it around me was like $1.65. It's most places $1.75, $1.85. I've seen some places that were like $2. I was like, damn, man. I was like, diggity, diggity, damn. Well, it's not because of the stay-at-home order. If you just pay attention to your state rules when you leave the state. I mean, I can easily get away with it. I could be like, oh, I could go to Florida for a week. Like, hey, we just did work. I'm like, I did work. I was down there for work. And I don't have to quarantine. Yeah, I saw that. I thought Texas, I thought for sure Texas was going to be the first state to open the parks. Because Texas usually just gives the rest of the country the finger and goes, we're big, we're bad, F you, we're going to do what we want. And they're not. When I saw about the Universal thing over the tech, I was like, what? I was like, what? Like, no. No. And that's just what happened. It is crazy. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't look at the main. I feel I want to apologize to anybody that is watching from Facebook, and I haven't even said what up. Nothing. I apologize. So, yeah. If I'm, yeah, Florida. Yeah, but Florida. What, like that one show we were doing, Florida Man and the Birthday. Florida is just this crazy place. Like, I think I fit in with Florida. Like, I think I fit into Florida lifestyle of craziness. I would fit right in. Like, people get, I mean, I'm not like a meth head and I wouldn't do crazy things. Like, a lot of the crazy stuff that we saw, like you type the date in, that's not what I would be doing. I have my own kind of crazy fun that I would be doing, and it would be cool. But I fit in the weird, crazy, cool of Florida. But I also fit in the big badass of Texas. I don't fit into the California lifestyle. Even though I like California. Yeah, Florida is way more dependent on tourism parks than Texas, so they're going to depend for, hey, what's up, Grovel? It's been a while. Yeah, Florida is a giant nut house, but I like it. It's all the California people that moved to Texas, so they want to be cuddled forever. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not. I mean, I like going to that time I went to Cali this year. When I actually got to ride some stuff this year, woo! I'm shocked. But yeah, Wolf just doesn't want PA residents to go. However, I think most people would go are in the red phase still till June 4th at the latest. Here's the problem, and why you're having problems, and probably why you have spikes going around. I get it. We're supposed to be on this trajectory to flatten the curve, keep everybody safe, right? We're on this trajectory of doing what we got to do. And then what in how my brain works and thinks, and I'm like a an idiot savant on some things and then a total moron on others. When you only open a few little things and the majority of the people want to go, hey, later, Marcus. When you only open a few things and you got way more people that can handle the few things, then it becomes a cluster, you know? Hopefully KennyCon is still a go. I will say, if you've never done KennyCon, it's a fabulous event. I will give Ace that much credit. It is a good event. Oh yeah, Florida, New Hampshire, Rhode Island are more dependent on tourism, and our stupid governor is killing that for us here. Yeah. I 100% agree. Well, that's why I put on my walkway to my door, I put that drawing of Governor Monday can suck my, and I drew a thing, and you know, look, if they would open more stuff, if they would open more attractions in anything, if they would open more, then you could spread people out. By not opening as much, like today, Christmas tree shops open around here. Burlington Coat Factory. Matter of fact, there was a fight at a Burlington Coat Factory between, I think, like Spanish people and white people outside waiting in the line. Jessica and her mother were watching the video on Facebook, and I was laughing. You know, so yeah, it's usually a little earlier, but if you, like I said, if you haven't been to KennyCon, that is a good event. This is Kennywood. It's a really, they do a really good event with it. It's really good. It's not bad at all. It's a nice place. It's a one. If you've never been to Kennywood, you got to go. I think. Number one. Number two, they do as much as I bitch and complain about Ace and the hate and all that. That is one of the good events. I mean, even Riding of the Bull is good, but it needs to be changed. Riding of the Bull has been the same exact event every year. They were on 10, 11, 12. I forgot where they are. But it's been the same event every year, and it doesn't change. It's little, like I can tell you right now, morning ERT on Nitro, first rides on whatever the new ride is, then nighttime ERT on El Toro for 2 hours, and then Bizarro and whatever for an hour and a half or an hour. Like, I know. And then you get Mexican food with chicken nuggets. Like, oh, and then behind the scenes tours of the same thing every time. To the same people that go every time. I love the New Jersey rep. I think he's an awesome guy. I just wish they could change that event up, man. Yeah, King Richard's Fair. I think I might go to that this year. I'm not usually into that kind of crap, but just something different to do, you know. Kind of get a little cultured, a little different, you know. Not my thing, but it might be my thing this year because there's not much going on. Rhode Island and everybody, around here, it sucks. There's not much to do. There really isn't. So Monroe and Lebanon might be the only counties that could possibly move. Luznair, Scully, Kill, Pike might also have a chance. Hershey's in Dauphin, which has the next best ratio, so it's plausible. Nah, I'm not that smart. Trust me, I'm pretty much dumb as a brick. I think you guys, maybe I got like Down syndrome and I don't know it, and you people are watching it because I got it. I don't know. Because I just feel like sometimes my brain's foggy and I'm mentally retarded most of the time. So maybe I got down. Maybe I'm a downy. I think I am. And I just don't know it. I don't even try to be funny. But, again, like I said, the whole the whole like thing with this, and you can't just open a floodgate. I can see you dressed up as a torture guy, or Henry VIII. Yeah, I could be like, and just kill people. But I mean, regardless of all of that, look, it's simple to do. Like, there's a simple way to reopen the theme parks and states, and it's become political. But now you can see that all the governors and everything are really in a panic. And what I mean by that is because a lot of places depend on tourism. So you got Florida with, all the parks, all the stuff that goes down in Florida. Big thing. And everybody's just like, I don't know what's going on. We got cases. We got a bunch of positive cases, but we need to reopen because we're going to go bankrupt. The best thing I seen, the best thing that had happened, because now the people cannot blame Trump. He was a genius. As much as you hate him, you can't blame him for the reopening of the country. He set out guidelines and go, governors, these are my guidelines. Do what you got to do. So now they're all like, and with elections coming up, now everybody's like, I got to do something. I got to make sure people don't lose their jobs and we can have tourism and people can have fun because if not, we're going to lose our ass in November. The majority of this stuff's going to be over November 4th. You watch. It's magically going to be disappeared. It's all political bullshit. Because realistically, nothing, based on the procedures of everything, nothing should open. We should still be shut down. Because Trump put it in the court of the governors. It's on them. So any failure goes on them and not him. They can't, because what'll happen is they go, no. I gave you the guidelines. I told you guys you open as how you want them and how you feel. So nobody can blame them. Smartest thing to do. I would have done the same thing. That's being a leader going, here's the plan. Whether how good or bad that plan is. You know what I mean? And then you have, this. So I'm telling you, as much as, let's face it, Trump says the most stupidest stuff on the planet. Crazy. I got entertainment out of like the first year or two. And he still says wild stuff. I think he just doesn't want to be president anymore. You're not going to Six Flags. Hey, Cheryl, what's up? I'm not going to Six Flags this year because I can't wear a mask. This is just crazy. It is crazy. He didn't actually set guidelines. He said the CDC guidelines would never see the light of day. Well, if you went by the CDC guidelines, no, I don't think anything would be open right now. There's just too many, things all over the place. Some places aren't really hit. They're not seeing nothing, and those places are going to open. But then you got to worry about the people from the places that are shut down going there. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, Trump can't take the blame. You can't pass the blame to Trump for it because he had that small plan or whatever. It's like, his little guideline thing that I read when that came out like a month. I feel like it came out like a month ago. I don't know how far along ago that was, but regardless of that, I have no idea why we're listening to the CDC on anything or anybody. Like, there's way too much information, whether it's right or wrong, out there, and people are like, I don't know. And that's why, like, the governor of Florida might be having second guesses about letting Universal open in June. And then it's just the whole world, for the majority, is just kind of, I don't really hear much about Italy anymore or anything like that. You don't really hear much. Not that I'm paying attention. But nothing's like really popping out. It's just what it is. I don't know. The whole thing's crazy, and here's my advice to every single person that watches this now and watches it later. This is my... Well, yeah, he doesn't have absolute power, and he doesn't have no responsibility. I'll put that out there. He does have some. But what he did was he basically passed the buck to the governors so he wouldn't get responsibility. He doesn't have... If you believe he has absolute power, you're an idiot. I know you're not saying that, but that's what his statement was. He doesn't. He doesn't. You're supposed to be honestly listening to the doctors and the scientists and look at the data. Not politicians, not me. You know what I mean? I just give you my kind of advice. But you have to... But let me tell you, a lot of people won't do this. Yeah, that's all you do here is that the U.S. is the worst cases and what's reopening. Here's my advice. You can take it. You can tell me to eat a bag of crap. I don't care. But here's the thing. With all of this, when you see an article and you read it, look who it's from. There are certain... I don't know the official full list. There are some doctors you shouldn't be listening to. They were bought. End of story. There are some scientists. Same thing. They were bought. Political. You got to kind of dig a little bit. I dig. I find a bunch of articles, and I read a lot. You wouldn't think I read a lot, but I do. I look up certain topics, and I look at multiple sources, not just the big media. I look at the underdog guy, whether it's a liberal thing, a Republican thing, and I look at everything because I want to see. But overall, my advice to anybody is do what you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable going to a park, don't go to a park. If you don't feel comfortable going to the grocery store, you want to stay home, stay home. If you feel comfortable, follow the rules that the parks or a business has in place, because you're not gonna use this to get your way. Now, Cheryl, she says it takes the fun out. She can't wear a mask. She has a medical condition, obviously. You can go into a store, I know in Rhode Island anyway, if you have a medical condition and you can't wear a mask, you just say, I have a medical condition. You tell them what that condition is, and they're like, I can't wear a mask. Hey, see you later, Jay. And then you don't have to wear the mask. I mean, don't abuse it. I know people are abusing it. But at the end of the day, that's what you got to do. Sorry, it's like, I think I said this before, shared responsibility. The parks are going to take some responsibility, and you have to take responsibility. If you want to go to the park, you can't be like, oh, I'm hot, I got a sunburn, I look like an idiot because my face with the mask, or something's not right because of what's going on at the park. You can't go after the park, and it's catch-22. The park's got to protect you, you got to protect yourself. You can't just rely on the government, the world, the parks, the businesses to save, because it's not going to happen. It's not. If you own a business and you don't do something about it, the government's not bailing you out. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure it out. If you lost your job, go get one, go figure it out, because nothing's, Yeah, I mean, they do that here too. The at-risk groups can go in, like up to about 2 or 3, 4 hours, depending upon the business beforehand. Utilize that if you know what I mean? If you're at risk, go do that. But do not just go, well, CNN said this, or Fox said this, so it's good. Oh, yeah, the parks have to protect the employees, the businesses. I got to protect my employees. Universal's got to protect you and everybody else. It's like I said, it's a shared responsibility, because you could potentially, anybody going to work, going to a store, could catch it. You could go to Six Flags, you go to Universal, you go to Disney. You potentially could catch it, even as an employee. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is foolproof. So remember that when you're going to any park. Keep that in the back of your mind. Stay safe. Follow the rules. You might be okay. But people got to get out. People got to work. People got to, you know what I mean? You can't live in the bubble. Staying inside at all times is bad for your immune system. You don't have to wear a mask in the house. Just go outside, go in your yard, go for a walk. Do something. Look, we're gonna be getting through this sooner than later. There's a light at the end of the table. Why do I keep saying light at the end of the table? I don't know why. I think I'm dumb. See? I told you. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back Tuesday. We're not going to be Monday because Monday's Memorial Day. Not like a lot of us are doing anything, but Memorial Day it will be. I mean, not be. It'll be Tuesday. Tuesday will be... I don't know what time yet, but I'll let you know. Might be night, might be day, depends about work stuff. But have a great day, everybody. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Have some fun if you can. Yeah, I don't have faith that people on a hot day to follow the rules. You just gotta... Don't be afraid and put them in their place. Just be like, look, go put your mask on and get the hell out. And then if they give you any shit, you go to your manager and say, hey, these people aren't following the rules. I told them to follow the rules. They ain't following the rules. Get them the hell out of here. But have a good holiday, everybody. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Don't know what date yet, but time. But we'll be back Tuesday. So I'll see you guys. Thank you for watching, and we're gonna rock it. Until next time, everybody, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.